Rhian, first of all, how's the hamstring? How's the body feeling?
Yeah, it's okay, just trying to work my way back and hopefully be ready for Saturday.
What have the last couple of weeks been like from a player's perspective? Because clearly it's been pretty intense from an outside looking in.
Yeah, it's been a little bit intense. Obviously, I think all of us really were just trying to concentrate on, getting results, like we always trying to do, and not looking past obviously what's in the news and stuff like that. And of course, of the manager getting sacked or leaving, sorry. And obviously Eki coming in, it's been a weird kind of week and a half, and obviously the other day was a good start and pushing in the right direction.
Does it help that there's already a kind of relationship there with Paul Heckingbottom anyway?
Yeah, of course it was. He come in like a day or two before obviously the game, and of course it kind of helped that we knew he knows most of the players, and we know him from last year, the back end of last year, of course, and it helps going into a game because we kind of know what he really wants, and obviously we just reiterated that in training, and obviously we got the result on Sunday, so it was a positive start.
It's a bit different though now, isn't it, for you all and for him as well, now that he's not just caretaker till the summer or whenever he is the permanent manager now. Have you noticed any different, or is he the same guy that came in last year?
No, it's exactly the same guy that came in last year. Of course, it was different because he was interim manager last year and now he's the gaffer now. But of course, it was the same things he was trying to do last year, by get us playing, and the identity back that we've always had within the team. And like I said, you've seen a bit glimpses of it on Sunday just gone, and of the pressing, the trying to keep the ball high at the pitch and stuff like that, not trying to give too much away, but and I just think that with him coming in, it's just and the way the training and stuff is how he wants to play, and it's just like I said, reiterating that from last year.
There's clearly a lot of discussion about your role under the previous manager and playing in different parts of the team and around the kind of front four that you had. What's Paul Heckingbottom said to you about what he wants from you in the way he wants to play?
Yeah, goals. No, I'm joking. Nah, it was more, of course, under the last gaffer, it was, we played different formations and stuff like that, and I was asked different stuff from each position, playing right, left, up front, and as a 10. But Eki just, obviously I haven't really spoke to him properly because it's been 5-6 days, and obviously the last game I played obviously up front, and he was just just work hard and stuff, the goals will come and whatever, and of course I'm happy to get a goal on the weekend, and it's just obviously just getting messages clear from him of what he wants from me.
Would you like to focus on just that forward role, or did you find some benefit in contributing in different ways?
Yeah, of course, it's always good when you can play more than one position, in case the manager needs you to play there. And of course, for me, I'm a striker, but just like if Eki asked me to play left, right, 10 or striker, I'll try to do the best job I can do in each of those positions. But of course, for me, I'm a striker, and you want to play up front and score a lot of goals and be closest to the goal you can be.
Clearly it was a long wait for that first league goal. You've now got 2 in the last 3. Has that given you personally that little bit of extra bounce, that little bit of extra confidence?
Yeah, of course, goals you always gain confidence when you score goals, and the goals weren't free flowing, and of course it's 2 in my last 3, which is I'm trying to get back up there to scoring a lot of goals, and it's a decent start, and obviously kind of the new manager is like a new basically line, and hopefully pushing and going up instead of up and down.
Do you feel it's a bit of a weight lifted off your shoulders? Were you feeling that expectation? Was it something that crept up in your thoughts maybe every day, every time you woke up? Did it even get that far?
Of course, when you get transferred for a lot of money. There's always gonna be high expectation on you, and it's trying not to think about what everyone else thinks, and what obviously the money that I come for, and stuff like that, and it's just trying to be focused and put your head down and score goals, which obviously I like doing, I love doing, and it's yeah, and of course when you come for that much money, it's always gonna be a little bit of pressure, and you just gotta ride the pressure and kick on basically.
Do you have to put that to one side? As someone that clearly isn't a professional footballer, it's very hard to comprehend that amount of money. Is it something that you've tried to get your head around, or do you just try and kind of ignore it and focus on the football?
I just try and ignore it and focus on the football, because I can't help what people have paid for me, and whatever, that's got nothing to do with me. So yeah, you just try to put it aside and focus on football.
Do you believe long term that you can still be very much a success at this football club?
Yeah, of course. Obviously I didn't have the best of starts, but I think the last couple of games you can see, or that I've played, that you can see what I'm kind of truly about, and it's just hopefully kicking on, and I can't thank the fans enough, because they've stuck by me even last year when I weren't really producing any goals, and they still stuck by me, and of course I'm just trying to repay them for keeping their faith in me.
It'd be incredible, wouldn't it, saying a year or two's time, if you could look back on this first year, having scored lots of goals, and just think, wow, just how things evolved and how things developed in that early stage of your career at Bramall Lane.
Yeah, of course. Hopefully in the future you look back at it and just say it was a little blip in the career path, and you look back at it and just laugh about it back then. Not laugh about it, but hoping I've scored a lot more goals for Sheffield United, and just look back and think, okay, I don't want to go back down that path, so what did I do before now, and what am I doing now to keep scoring the goals, hopefully.
There's been a lot of competition for those forward roles ever since you came to the club. Do you feel that's been a help or a hindrance, really, in your development here?
Not really. Of course, I think it's helped me quite a bit, because you're always getting pushed, because everyone wants to play, everyone wants to start, and everyone wants to be in the squad and stuff like that. So I think it's helped, because everyone's always fighting for the positions. Of course, they're all your friends and stuff like that, but it's it makes everyone better, because everyone wants to train hard every day, in the finishing, in the games you do in training, or tactical work and stuff like that. And there's not a day that I could say you could really be off, because say you're off and I don't know, the person next to you's on fire, the gaffer might go with him that game, and because he's in training, he's been on fire and you haven't. So it's always pushing each other and pushing yourself to make the team better, because ultimately you want to play on the Saturday game.
And I imagine you'll take little bits from all the different strikers at the club, but in particular the likes of Billy Sharp and David McGoldrick, that they're both very different footballers, they've both got bags of experience. Do you feel lucky to have them two in particular around as role models and people to learn from? Yeah,
of course, because they're obviously kind of different player to me in some aspects, but they've scored a lot of goals, and they've like you said, got amazing experiences, and if you can learn something from them, then you're basically winning, really, because Sharpie scored a lot of goals, he's a club legend and stuff, and obviously Dizzy as well. So yeah, if you can learn something from them every day, and even like different types of finishing and stuff like that, it helps a lot. And if you can add that to your game, then it will help a lot.
To say there's been a change of manager this season, been lots of frustration, inconsistent results, you're only 7 points off the playoffs, there's still 26 games to go. Is everything still possible this season?
Yeah, of course. Like you just said, there's 26 more games to be played, and we're only 7 points off the top 6 of playoffs. So of course we're always focusing on the next game, but if we're trying to, that's our target this year, I'd say, of course, to get playoffs and get promoted, because ultimately that's what we want. And of course we've been inconsistent this season, but I think there's a lot of games to be played, like you said, 26, and you know, you know, and I know that, you know, when you have a 3-game week, you get 6-9 points and you're straight back up there. Because I think we were like 18th before last game, and now we jumped quite a bit, and that's only 3 points. So of course, yeah, our aim, I know that's not just speaking for myself, but for the whole team, is to get to playoffs and hopefully get promoted.
You mentioned the word there in terms of consistency this season. You've struggled as a group to string results together. There's only been 2 back-to-back instances of wins so far. Is that now the important part, that if you can put those results together, you can really move up that table quickly?
Yeah, of course, you know, you win games, you get points, you go up. I mean, like, when I mean go up, I mean go up the table. So of course that's what we're always going to try to do. And you know, the last, of course, 3 games we got 7 points, which, you know, right now we're hopefully on the up, and you know, a bit more consistency, and I think we will be right up there again.
Just finally from me, I wanted to ask about England and the England setup. How proud were you to captain the under-21s recently?
Yeah, it was good. It was an honour, to be honest. You know, when I got told, I was a bit surprised, but it was an amazing feeling to lead the boys out, and you know, just walking them out and just being captain for, obviously, even if it was just for the game or whatever. Yeah, it was amazing, and I can't thank Cars enough and the staff.
Is that a moment that you've dreamed of? Clearly, you've played for the England under-21s. You've scored goals for them as well. But to captain any kind of level of your national team, so that's high an honour as you can get. Yeah,
of course it was. Of course you've dreamt of, you know, captaining England, and of course you know, captaining the 21s. Obviously, the next step is hopefully one day, you never know, captain the first team. But no, to captain the 21s and lead them out was exceptional, and I'm forever grateful for that.
From your perspective, though, has it been difficult, confusing in a way that you've been out of favour at Sheffield United, struggling to get goals, but you've still been picked and selected and played on a regular basis for England under-21s? Can you see how the two are kind of opposites, aren't they?
Yeah, of course, you know, but you know, I speak to Cars quite a bit, you know, outside of, you know, going away with England and stuff like that, and he's always just keeping positive, and you know, of course he's kept his faith in me and still picking me for the under-21s, which he, you know, obviously I wasn't really in favour or whatever, you know, like, I haven't been playing as often as I like, but you know, for him to keep picking me and keeping his faith in me, like, shows a lot how much he thinks about me, and I just want to repay him, and you know, hopefully go away a lot more with England and score a lot of goals for him.